Deadbolt, Don Peoples. Let's talk about it. So we got to speak on this situation that went down at the Grammys between two former group members, Offset and Quavo of the Migos. Now, obviously, Quavo was performing his tribute song, Trash, to Offset. I'm sorry, to Takeoff on the Grammys. And allegedly, Offset was asked to come on stage and obviously help with the tribute. And that's when Quavo had an issue and they got into a big beef. And, allegedly they got into a little scuffy. But the real reason all this stuff is going on is what we talked about before. This just further goes over the fact that Offset obviously did something that was unforgivable. And even though they're both dealing with a tragic loss of their brother, you know what I'm saying, of one of their bandmates, it's still one of those situations to where Quavo cannot forgive Offset for what he did. And this is just the truth about it. So it doesn't matter if anybody could have died. He feels that Offset did something that was unforgivable. And just to let the cat out the bag, it has everything to do what I feel is Sweetie. And the fact that he might have did a little play behind his brother's back when it comes to his ex. And that's something that Quavo obviously can't forgive. The other thing is obviously, with them staying with quality control and Offset obviously deciding to press on with a lawsuit, it's definitely made that situation sticky and more murkier than ever. So when you see both of these dudes still at the place they were before Takeoff's death, it's just certain things, man, it's hard to bounce back from. And I think that Quavo is not forgiving Offset for that and did not want to share that stage, that moment with him, which should have been actually explained, prior that, hey, we gonna let him on stage and all that should have been agreed upon before it would have got to a point where it became sloppy or it became an incident to where now it's widely reported that you boys actually came to some blows. I think that probably was the first time they seen each other, maybe since the funeral. And I think at the funeral they probably didn't really have access to each other. But it just goes to show that they're definitely split and they're definitely at odds with each other when it comes to the situation. And like I said, a lot of people tried to sweep that under the rug like that has no relevance. That it was little baby who was dealing with Sweetie. No, see this whole situation dealing with Offset. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they just trying to sweep this under the rug. Obviously, he's married to Cardi B. And it's not a good look for your bandmate to be smashing on your girl. That's not something that you really want to get out there to the press. So this thing has kind of been swept up under the rug. But this is the reason why Homie was not allowed on stage and why Quavo had an issue, with Offset coming on stage. And, I just think it's just a messed up situation overall, man. And, I wish that they could get past it. I think that they should be at a point now, especially with Takeoff passing away, that they can come together, obviously capitalize off the money that's to be made, because obviously if they were to drop an album or a project or something like that, then, people would get behind them. But also just to spin off on the situation with Quavo, obviously Offset was mentioned by the homie Jay Prince in speaking on Takeoff's murder. And obviously Jay Prince, basically had to call out Offset for a lot of sneak dissing or feeling a certain type of way. And, Offset had to respond to the situation and basically saying, I ain't say any of that, and why couldn't you call my phone? And I definitely agree with that. I think that that's a situation to where, if you got beef with another man and you could touch him, y'all supposed to be family, quote unquote, then it should be a situation to where you could reach out and get an understanding. But like I said, Quavo or any of the affiliates from that side have said anything when it comes to this situation or have cleared Jay Prince and the mob ties of that situation. And, you know, Jay Prince obviously getting on saying that one of their boys, or Quavo's boy, is the one that's snitching and dropping names, and he's the one that provoked the situation for the gunshots to be exchanged in that close proximity. But I think, man, Offset, man, is really in a weird way, you know, due to this situation. It's like he's being ostracized from the Migos. You know, obviously we seen this before Takeoff's passing, but it just seems like, man, that Offset's on the outside looking in, and I hope with everything that's going on that, you know, the homie can, you know, recover and make amends with Quavo, because we don't want to see the Migos ultimately never get back together, especially over something like that. You feel me? But it is the ultimate disrespect when this is your brother, this is somebody that you trust, and if you went behind his back to actually do something like that, I don't think he'll ever forgive you. But I want y'all to get in the comment box, man, and let me know what y'all think, man. Do y'all feel like Quavo was wrong for not letting Offset get on stage for the tribute at the Grammys and actually throwing a fit about it? Or do you feel like he's right to stand on business when it comes to them, because obviously it was something shady behind the scenes that made them break ways before Takeoff's passing even occurred? But I want y'all to get in the comments and let me know what y'all think, man. Y'all like, subscribe, share, hit the notification tab so y'all can tap in every time I drop a video. It's your boy Don Peoples. Deadbolt, go.